Welcome everyone, my beautiful co-host Marcella and with Lee. And we are so excited to welcome our guest today, Alyssa Moffett.
Hi, so excited.
She's a dancer choreographer sensation that is sought after really in the whole entire country. All the kids always like go, oh, can you bring her? Can you bring her? And Spider, hi.
Hello.
So we're very excited to have you on.
Yes, so excited too.
I know, it worked
Right
out
in.
perfect timing because you're teaching here, right?
Yes.
So I was like, oh my God, come right now. We'll pick any day.
Well, when we had Prestige Dance, I remember like I didn't know who you were. And I remember that all the kids are always begging you to bring in people to teach. And you were like the one that they're all swooning over and going, oh my gosh, please, please. Mm-hmm. And then I think you know Thomas. Do you know Tommy from Car and from Showbiz?
Yeah, love him.
He's my best friend.
No way.
Yes. Well, they're both from the same country.
Yeah, we're both from Austria.
Oh my God. This is we've had so many background stories, and my dad is actually like a super dance dad, and they would always like be best friends at all of the competitions. Can't you totally vision that? Like
totally.
Broke dance dad, here I am living my best life with all of my friends.
Well,
Tommy right now actually just sent me a photo. He just now became an American citizen this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Quite the process.
That's so cute.
It really was a process for him. And he and I will always talk about, because you can only become an American citizen when you're Austrian, if you give up the Austrian citizenship. And so that's why I haven't done it, because I don't know how to do that. And he is kind of like, I'm never going to go back there. So he just did it. So very exciting for him. I was going to go, but it was 7 a.m.
this morning.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do all that. I can't do that. And then this and the other one, just too much. So anyways, but before we get into more detail of your unique life story, which I can't wait to hear, I want to talk about some stuff that we talk about. And
Spider's favorite,
stuff.
he says.
We love stuff. And we on this show, we talk a lot about like just, lately it's been just over the top with addiction and suicide and all this kind of stuff. And this week in the news was Ben Affleck.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Which was just, that story, I could not believe how much there was on the news with paparazzi though, because usually that's more quiet. But when he started out with hanging out with this 22-year-old Playboy model at Nobu, Malibu. And I had just been at Nobu, a couple of weeks ago. And Patrick wanted me to make sure I had talked about how expensive it is. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been. Well, love it.
Love it. Did you see any famous people in there?
I'm not. No.
No.
My sister does all of that. She's like, do you know this, this, and this? And I'm like, let's do photos.
Yeah, I like that either. I don't get starstruck. So I'm,
And I think there you don't even notice them. They just
look
all
different.
fit in.
Yeah.
But Patrick wanted me to tell everyone that particular lunch a few weeks ago was $500 for lunch. She said you didn't say it. But anyway, so Ben Affleck hung out with that girl there, and they say when you go to Nobu Malibu, it's like official because everyone will know.
Oh.
So he broke up with his girlfriend.
Good to know.
Yeah. And he looked like a mess.
Take me to Nobu. I don't like sushi.
It's not official.
Yeah. But anyway, he was like so drunk when Jennifer Garner like went to his house with a Bible and staged an intervention. And I was confused about that a little bit because I thought, isn't staging an intervention like your whole family, all friends, everyone?
I think it just depends.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it has to be. It could be one person.
Yeah, it could be one-on-one.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. And then she took him out of the house in the car, and he was a disaster. Did everybody see that video at the drive-through?
I did. I was laughing. I mean, it's not funny, but he's like, oh, who cares? Like, paparazzi, he has the window down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well.
I know. So
it
now
feels like he's been ramping up for a while. Like, there's been a lot of stories like throughout the whole year, and they progressively have gotten worse and worse and worse.
Right.
Well, and everyone said they were getting back together, but she said it was just for her kids.
Well, that's what was funny. When she took him to rehab, everyone is going, oh, are they getting back together? And she goes, absolutely not. I'm just doing this for my kids. And I don't agree with all the choices he makes.
They have 3 kids, right?
And then they said he's having a really hard time and he kind of doesn't want to stay. So she went and visited him, and she's like, you're staying or you're not seeing your kids. So
that's sad though.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Another crazy. Has anyone seen the Dancing Queen trailer?
I did.
I did.
We actually watched it on Michael's show on Sunday, and we're talking about it.
You guys, really? I am so like I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I was telling you about it.
So this is the show Marcella's on.
I watched it multiple times.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
So we'll see what I can feel it. Oh God. We were laughing because we were talking about if we're having a watching party, and obviously I can't say, like, we don't know really.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen if Justin's having something, but if not, we're definitely having a watching party.
Are you not going to the premiere in New York?
That's not a thing. I think it's the DragCon is in September in New York, and
it's at the end of the month.
Yeah, so they're doing some like big announcement, but I don't think they're showing the show.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's weird that like all 8 episods come out at one time.
That I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
They all do like
watch it
all day thing.
Multiple times.
So we heard rumors. We don't know. We heard rumors that Marcella is supposed to be on everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know how. So causing all kinds of problems.
So
made for the camera.
We're like, I don't know. I've always thought, Justin is so talented, and for anyone who doesn't know, Dancing Queen is a show that's going to come out on October 5th on Netflix. And it's a show about Justin Johnson, Alyssa Edwards. And he has done such an amazing job, like with his name all over the world. So
he is a superstar.
Absolutely a superstar. Yeah. And we're all so proud of him. And I knew that when he does something, it's going to be great. But I don't think I expected the trailer to look the way that it did. It's just really, really amazing. And
well, you do something like that and it takes so long, and then you're afraid to tell people because you're like, oh my God, I don't even know if this is happening. Because when we filmed, and you probably understand that, when we filmed, it was supposed to premiere in January, and then it was supposed to be April, and then it was supposed to be the summer, and then I'm still filming, and like 4 weeks ago. And then they're like, well, now it's going to be a fall show. And I'm like, I told people about this. This is so like embarrassing if this doesn't like come out. And then you almost think like, oh, it's not going to be. I thought it would maybe just skate by like unknown.
Part of her is hoping.
I don't know what's happening. After I saw the trailer, I was like, oh God, this is not disappearing, I don't think.
Well, what was crazy, it was like trending #1 on Twitter, like immediately.
Perez Hilton said something.
Yeah, yes. Entertainment Weekly, Billboard, like everybody.
Yeah,
just
there's nowhere to hide.
I know. I was trying.
Like there were like over 2 million views immediately just on Netflix Facebook page. So I can't even imagine how it is everywhere else. So
dun, dun, dun.
Alexa knows. Alexa knows about this stuff.
Well, and you're like probably very invested in it too, and so continuously waiting and waiting and waiting, and then you're like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Like overnight, you're kind of like, oh wait, now we're starting.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see how it all plays out with everything, because I know it can all change, like filming to editing to
everything out of order.
Everything out of order.
I could say one thing, they could put it somewhere else. So we'll be talking about it on here. I'll tell the truth about what happened.
Yeah, it's definitely wow. What was crazy for me, like when you Googled it at the very beginning, there was like maybe 1.5 pages on Google, like certain whatever magazines or whatever
right now
picked it up. Well, if you Google it now, it's
taking
pages
rare photos of you.
pages and pages and pages. I mean, you all over the world, like you can't even read some of them because they're different languages. And they said it's going to be in 96 countries,
98.
Right? Or 98 countries.
Because when we talked to producers, I go, they're in 98 countries. I was about to say that, but I don't know. I'm not good with geography. And he was like, he's like, Marcella, you're going to be talking Chinese. And I was like, oh, that'd be interesting. I can't even imagine that.
Well, I'm picturing like what I'm most excited for now.
I'm me crying in Chinese. The right words like go different to my mouth. Right? Doesn't make sense.
I'm kind of excited to hear you talking in German.
I was yeah, I bet. So who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting, but that was fun.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, you forgot that. Well, and then we have some other news, and it's kind of like bittersweet, but we kind of broke up with the Statler Hotel.
We did.
We kind of got divorced the other day just because, and it's nothing like we were so excited about the store, and all the CEOs and the owners, they have been nothing but kind, and we love them. I love them forever. But construction was constantly delayed because our store depended on a store next to us, and I don't know, as time went by, it just didn't feel like it was a great fit with management at all. Like, they didn't really want us there.
They're so rude to us, like so unwelcoming.
Very. The owners, they get over the top. Like, they want us there. They wanted us to do all these things with management. They wanted us to like have all these events and put on fashion shows. And every time I would get with the management and tell them that's what we wanted to do and give us a date, let's work together, the thing I got back was like, we're going in a different direction. I was like,
well, we did, like, we designed swimsuits for them. Like, we did all kinds of work for them.
That uniforms, like back and forth for weeks. And then no one would get back to us. And then it just went silent. And I was like, do we really want to work in that environment?
Our gut told us no. And I think your gut said no to the studio, but we went with it anyway.
Exactly.
So now we're going to say no to the store because our gut tells us no.
My inner voice started screaming at me. And I was like, I just got to listen. So we decided to put our energy more into this podcast, than we're already doing, and our online presence, which we had always wanted to do anyways. So
that frees up Sundays too for party time.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did not get a Sunday fun day all summer because so depressing.
But we're having one this weekend. You want to come?
You want to come? I'll be there.
Wait, I'm flying. Bring me back.
We're not doing it.
I'm never leaving you guys. You're my people.
You can come anytime. Sunday fun day is great. Just come for the weekend.
I'm probably going to force Michael to come just because he needs to be around you guys.
It's so fun. We have an open door policy. Yes. Everyone is welcome. And we just party. And there's a margarita machine. There's actually 3 of them.
Whoa.
No, 4 of them.
That's overkill.
You guys, it's fun.
Just in case 4 people want margaritas all at the same time.
See, what's cool is we have that margarita machine that is a big one. And then we have that other machine you can make daiquiris, pina coladas.
Mojito? No.
Whatever you want.
Mojito.
I forgot. What's the other frozen drink? I don't know. But
whatever
the
you want to
machine,
make.
it's like the coolest thing ever. Wait till you see it. It's the best party thing.
So if anyone's looking for like a margarita machine, if you need one, I bought it for Patrick for Father's Day one time. And it's from, I think, not Bed Bath & Beyond.
Something like that, but it's the hit.
And it's called Margaritaville, and it's like a little robot, like margarita machine maker. And then the 3, it's the little head moves. So if anyone's looking for that for your next party, you should get one.
It is fun.
Brilliant. Or just every day.
Every day. After dancing.
Yes.
After the studio.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so come on. I would love for you to come on.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It's like our first one.
I'm so excited.
I know. Me too. So now I have a really crazy story that kind of started taking over the internet, and I can't wait to hear what you guys say about this. God. Because it's like crazy. Is it? Hold on, I'm finding it. So there was this girl that she was getting married, and everyone calls her Bridezilla, and this is why I'm gonna read it to you guys.
Is this from Daily Mail?
Yeah, of course. So the headline says, "Our request was not fucking out of the ordinary."
Don't you love when she says
Absolutely.
fucking?
I love it when you cuss, period.
She doesn't. It's rare.
We need a GIF. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You blew right through that one, though. Like, I was listening to, I can't remember. Oh, it was Nima's show.
Oh,
and,
God.
You're talking about vibrator, and you're like real loud, and then like, vibrator. And whisper it.
We had a sex toy store owner on.
Okay.
Really good show.
It was so funny. And he brought stuff, and my mom, she's so innocent and she doesn't say much. So she's like, I guess she whispered vibrator. She would
speak at a normal like decibel, and she'd be like, "Oh well, in my country, you know, vibrators are not really like."
Stop. You're so sweet.
You know,
I know,
we
cute.
have a show booked for Nima to go to his store remotely. Spider, we have to do it. It's
we're
in
talking
October.
We're talking to somebody right now
You
about
are?
doing stuff like that.
Oh, good.
That'll be great for
Whitley
too.
Oh, good. I'll tell you the date later. We're really going to do that. That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
That's funny for you two. Wait. I like watching you two get like
you're like, here, scan my membership card.
Let me teach you.
Like a Sam's Club, like, yep.
I'm here all the time.
Like, hey.
I'm known. No. I just know stuff.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyways.
You gotta start over.
Distracted.
Okay. So,
vibrators. I'll read the first line.
You can do it again.
No, go ahead.
Our request was not fucking out of the ordinary.
Bridezilla, who asked guests to pay $1,200 to attend her wedding.
Okay,
what?
No?
Calls it off and breaks up with her fiance. So
after they all paid?
No, this is okay. A disgruntled bride-to-be has revealed she was forced to cancel her extravagant fairy tale wedding after her guests refused to pay $1,500 each to attend. The Canadian bride, who is known only as Susan, was due to tie the knot.
Susan.
Anticlimactic name.
Susan.
With her childhood sweetheart in a lavish $46,000 wedding. Not really that lavish, is it? But
that doesn't seem like it.
No.
But charging $1,500.
That's how much I want my ring to be, Gino. No, I'm just kidding.
Whitley is dating my brother.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm like,
it all just made
who
sense.
are all these people?
Yeah.
And Patrick is my stepdad.
Got it. Yeah.
This lady.
This lady over here.
lady.
The vibrator lady.
I tried to get Michael to pull off a soundbite of you saying, I stuck the vibrator on my face. He hadn't.
Me?
Yeah, he hadn't got to it yet, though.
You guys.
Oh, because she used it as a facial thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to not.
Yeah, I know.
Alexa is like, where am I right now?
I'm lost. It's okay.
I'll tell you guys about it later. But anyways, you can put a vibrator on your face, helps with wrinkles. We'll talk about it later.
That was in another episode.
Great. I'm invested already.
It's when you can't afford the real
Clarisonic facial
massager.
They say to put a vibrator on your face. The
They
sex store owner came here and he brought us toys for a present, so I decided to put it to use. And I put it on my face. I'm gonna do a video of it.
I know
All
you
right.
have
To go with the soundbite.
A how-to.
That'll go
How to.
viral.
This
This is my skincare routine.
So if you can't afford the $400 facial massager, you can get a
That's
cheaper
what you
one.
do.
Yeah.
There you
Until
go.
then.
Stick your phone on your face and have someone call you over and
All
over.
day. So anyway, we're so distracted from this Bridezilla.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
No
all right.
one wants to hear about her.
Sorry.
I forgot. Okay. She canceled.
So this is the post. She posts this on Facebook. She goes, "Dear friends, it comes with great sadness that I'm announcing the cancellation of the wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand. Unfortunately, fiance and I have broken up due to some recent and irreparable problems. We have decided to end our relationship and not go forth with any future proceedings." Susan then explained how her relationship ended abruptly because her guests failed to fork out $1,500 they had requested.
Yeah, it's their fault.
All the guests' fault.
it's hard enough to be like a bridesmaid, like, and buy your dress. Like, that stuff gets expensive.
Yeah.
So
You
I
have to match.
specifically, specifically asked for cash gifts. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding, she said. We'd sacrificed so much and only asked each guest for around $1,500.
Only?
We talked to a few people who even promised us more to make our dream come true. Our request for $1,500 was not fucking out of the ordinary.
Yes, it was.
If you couldn't contribute, you weren't invited. My maid of honor pledged $5,000 along with her planning services. We tearfully thanked and accepted. My ex's family offered to contribute $3,000. So our request for $1,500 for all other guests was not out of the ordinary. Like, we made it clear.
Does that money roll over so can like 2 other people come?
Right?
Since they gave
It's
extra.
a once-in-a-lifetime party. She revealed the reason behind why they opted for an extravagant wedding. Since our love was like a fairy tale,
Clearly not.
One extravagant blowout wedding.
Swing and a miss.
Like Big Bad Wolf.
I am weird about the wedding.
Isn't this weird? A local psychic told us to go with the most expensive option.
Wow.
Stop it.
And we thought, why the hell not? We just needed a little push. Our dream wedding amounted to $60,000. All we asked was for a little help from our friends and family. After sending out the invitations, only 8 guests RSVP'd with a check of $1,500.
That's amazing with 8.
Yeah. We were fucking livid, she said.
Oh my gosh.
No other cuss word but
this
that
is
one.
all on Facebook still. This is the post. Oh my god.
Oh man,
So
I'm adding
this
her
is-
as a friend.
This is amazing. So because of this, I'll tell you something in a minute. How is this supposed to happen without a little help from our friends? To make matters worse, my ex's family took back their offer too. Suddenly, more people backed out, including the cunt maid of honor.
Well, maybe they saw the writing on the wall.
Oh my God.
She sounds like the cunt.
Yeah. My best friend since
Jeez.
childhood, my second family. I was so shocked and so tearful.
Well, that's not
This
very
is
nice
the
to
whole
make-
entire post.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
This is a rant about how dumb she is.
Well, this is where then what someone did, and I did not know this, there is a Facebook page that is a private Facebook page that is like shaming weddings. Like if there was something
Wedding
that
shaming.
happened at a wedding like that you want to talk about, you can post it in that Facebook page.
That's awesome.
So last night, as I'm preparing for this show, I was like, I gotta join this.
Yeah. Of course you did.
But you have to fill out like something that do you have a negative experience or whatever. So I did,
Ooh.
but I can't talk about it. I don't want to
You just
say
make
what
one
I
up
did.
to get on there. And
Yeah,
leave it
I
at
mean,
this.
I didn't make it up, but I can't say what I did. I'll tell you guys later. So
Now I'm excited.
I know. I'm like,
Me
what did you
too.
do?
no, I just told them what experience we had with something.
I don't know this.
Anyways,
Uh-huh.
Did they accept
also
you?
yes, they did. So that was the cool thing. Then I saw like so many other things that is just crazy what happens. But there were people like talking
God.
about her that
Oh.
was really, really, really crazy.
That's so much information.
Yeah, but this was my favorite part. She goes, I just wanted to be a Kardashian for one day.
That's what the girl said?
Yes, that's why.
That's your goal.
And all her
Yeah.
friends are fucking excuses for friends
They're-
because they are just terrible. And
So they won't give you money.
yes.
Some
and-
people are just crazy.
She should just put this on YouTube and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just started.
monetize. There you
Yeah.
go. There's your funds.
There you
I
go.
mean, it just goes on and on and on and
Yeah,
on.
that's a huge stack of papers.
Yeah. I
Wow.
just can't read all of it. It's just funny if you want to see it. But then the funny thing, when I was on that Facebook page, there was this one I thought was funny. She has, you know, when people get married, you have your own like website kind of like on those
Oh, people
wedding
can, like,
sites,
yeah.
like where you have all
Oh,
the
yeah.
little tabs on there, like our story and where you should go and photos and whatnot. Well, this one has this wedding page and her story is this. Now it says this, like she had all the
Oh, really?
I was off.
So what I said.
Did I not?
Yes, it's
Oh.
off. She got an attitude with me and everything. I gave you photo time. Yes, it is. Nope. It's not. Every time.
So the wedding and all events are canceled is what it says like as a headline. And she goes, our story before he fell in love with his ex-wife.
What? I thought they were like since childhood.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, I was
this
like-
is what I found when I went on the
this is
shaming
somebody
thing.
else.
Yes. And this girl is actually in Texas.
Oh.
And
Do
so
we know her?
Let's have her on.
Yeah, right? We should have her because she said she changed her whole wedding website because she found out that he
gosh.
went back to his ex-wife.
While
and
they're
so-
wedding planning?
Yes, while the
God.
wedding planning. So she changed the website and this is really funny. So the story, instead of them being in love and what they're doing, is now before he fell in love with his ex-wife, she thought she found love. Once upon a time, in a neighborhood of McGregor, a cute pool boy hung a tire swing at a haunted castle 5 doors down for a lovely real estate broker in distress. They immediately became best friends as he continued chase and pursue pursue her for years to come. The princess played hard to get for what seemed like eternity until finally they escaped to a far, far away fishing cabin in the woods where they drank wine and listened to the alligators mating until she fell madly in love with him.
Good start.
I want to know what that sounds like. Alligators mating?
Yeah, is that a thing?
Thrashing.
I mean, obviously it is.
So that was their story. Princess Kinsey finally has a clean pool and a ring on her finger, and they lived happily ever after. Updated. The wedding is canceled, and Kinsey is heartbroken beyond measure. Her pool is dirty. She threw the ring in the river.
She was a pool cleaner.
Yeah, and is living the best life she possibly can while focusing on her son, herself, and her mission to raise awareness for organ donations.
Wait,
So
what?
that's to
This
the
is
alligators.
so weird.
Isn't this weird? This is
very
a whole.
random.
So this is like, the attire.
Naked and afraid.
She changed her whole entire thing. It's like going to hell. I don't
She
know.
must
people
be
falling off.
interesting. That's a little bit odd.
Psychotic.
My pool is dirty now.
Well, because her husband
As
has
a
to
pool
be.
cleaner.
Yeah. So
You're probably better off. No offense, any pool cleaners.
Damn.
well, I mean, oh my god,
It's throwing shade.
mean,
Shots
come on.
fired.
oh my goodness.
I mean, unless he owns it, but
He might.
actually, you know what's funny though is when I was in high school.
Did that actually spider's breath away just now?
Hold on. Do you want me to tell you a funny story? When I was in high school, our pool cleaner I thought was really hot. So I went downstairs in my swimsuit and I laid out while I was cleaning the pool, and he took me on a date to the movies, and it was horrible.
I remember.
Wow.
I don't know his name anymore, but I did go on a date with the pool cleaner.
You did.
I forgot about
This
that.
is when we lived in the mafia mansion.
Yeah.
So you can say whatever because
I dated one, so I kind of know.
Yeah, you're immune.
I'm experienced.
Yeah.
The pool cleaners. No offense.
Wow.
Wow. You're gonna be so mad at me now.
Oh boy. Pool
Especially
cleaners.
the pool guy that you dated. You don't remember my name? I cleaned your water.
I don't.
Oh my god. Then our sweet pool cleaner we have now. So me and Marcella. Anyways.
I'm done.
So she ends with back on the market.
Back on the market.
So that's that whole story. So
I'm weird with weddings anyway. After my friends got married, like it's just so much money, so much of a lot, like for your, I mean, I don't know. I feel weird about weddings.
Yeah, it feels like if you really wanted to do something, you could put a down payment on a house or something for yourselves instead of doing something crazy like that.
Yeah, I kind of changed my outlook a little bit. I think when you're like little, you're like, oh my gosh, I want this fairy tale. But then sometimes, like now, I'm like,
Elope? Okay.
no, she would kill me. Not that. I mean, I would have a wedding, but not like this. Like,
I think we started talking destination weddings and more
something fun like that.
Like then you're on a vacation and
yeah,
it's kind of cool.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I just think girls get really crazy about their wedding. Like
Bridezillas.
yeah, there's a lot of those. It'll be okay.
Yeah. So, Alexa, tell us a little bit. When did you get here? Like, what are you doing here right now
What are
in
you doing
Dallas?
here?
Oh,
Like,
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why'd you show up here?
No, you came to teach, right?
Yep, just doing some choreography. Local studio. I'm on a tour right now.
On a tour.
So I've been gone from my home since July 23rd.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
And yeah, severely exhausted, but living off of cold brew.
Oh, wow.
And or not cold brew because
yeah.
clearly Starbucks can't get their lives together.
No, they can't.
And yeah, just setting pieces all over the country. So
Wow. How you travel constantly? Like
no, just for the summers.
Okay.
That's when since I train very advanced kids, that they're out of school or they have more free time. I mean, clearly in this crazy industry, they always have free time, but this is when I go. I don't know.
Right.
So I've done this since I was 19 years old, traveling. So
that's awesome. Well, I want to hear her whole life story.
Me
So
too.
maybe we'll end this show and then come back and hear the story from the beginning.
Of Alexa.
Yes, but give us your social media handles so people can follow you and find
it's
you.
at Alyssa Moffett, ALEXA MOFFETT.
wonderful. Everyone follow her. She's very popular.
Yes, and her dance videos are all awesome.
Amazing.
I love them.
So thank you for listening, and we'll come back.
Thank you.
Bye.